let's talk about the phone in your pocket. I mean, really talk about it. It kinda has a secret life, you know? Today, we're gonna pull back the curtain on spyware that targets the very senses of your device, its microphone and its camera. And we're not just here to scare you, we're gonna show you exactly how to build your defense.
I want you to keep this question in the back of your mind as we go through this. It's the central mystery we're going to solve. And trust me, the answer is probably going to change the way you look at your phone forever.
Okay, let's get right into it. So, how does this whole mess even start? Well, it's probably not how you're picturing it. We're not talking about some super complex Hollywood-style hack. Nope. The way modern spyware gets in is way more clever. It's silent, and it relies on tricking you, not on breaking your phone's security.
And what's really wild is that the main weapon they use is actually a feature designed to help people. Android's accessibility service is, it's an amazing tool. It's built to help users by reading what's on the screen or even automating taps for folks who might have trouble with a touchscreen. It's a genuine force for good, which is exactly what makes it such a dangerous weapon when it gets turned against you. So here's how the heist goes down, in just 3 steps. First, you download an app that looks totally harmless. You know, a system cleaner, a cool wallpaper app, whatever. Then, it asks for just one permission, access to the accessibility service. You think, sure, why not? And you grant it. And that's the whole ballgame. With that single permission, the malware now has what you could call a remote robotic finger. It uses that finger to go in and grant itself every other permission it could ever want. Camera, microphone, your location, by tapping allow on all those pop-ups faster than your eye could even register what's happening.
So, the spyware is in. But it doesn't just start recording everything 24/7. Come on, that would be way too obvious, right? It would kill your battery, eat up all your data, and you'd notice something was up pretty quick. Instead, this stuff is patient. It's like a predator, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And here's the really clever, kind of creepy part. It does this by turning your phone's own sensors against you. The accelerometer, that tells the spyware if you're moving around, so it knows to stay quiet. It checks what Wi-Fi networks you're on to figure out if you're at work or at home. It uses all this data to build context, to wait for those really valuable moments, like a private meeting, before it decides to start listening. And when it does, it records in short, sneaky bursts that just blend in with all the normal background noise of your phone. Which brings us all the way back to that first question I asked. When is your phone talking the most? Well, for a lot of phones that have been compromised, the answer is 3 a.m. So, why 3 in the morning? Because the spyware is smart. It doesn't send data as it's recording it. That's way too risky. Instead, it collects all those little stolen recordings and waits for the absolute perfect conditions to upload them. And what are those conditions? Well, think about it. It's when you're asleep. Your phone is plugged in and charging. It's connected to Wi-Fi, and the screen is off. The exact moment you feel most disconnected from everything is actually peak upload time for the spy in your pocket.
And believe it or not, this threat is only getting smarter. The next generation of this stuff won't even have to risk sending big audio files. It'll just use on-device AI to turn your conversations into text right there on your phone. So instead of sending huge audio files, it just has to sneak out tiny little text files, making it way harder to detect and making your private conversations completely searchable.
Okay, that was the bad news. So let's talk about the good news, which is that we can fight back. Let's start building our defense. And you know what the best part is? Your most important defensive tools are probably already built right into your phone. You just have to know where to look.
If you're using Android 12 or anything newer, you've got 2 incredibly powerful tools at your disposal. First, those privacy indicators. You've seen it, that little green dot that pops up in the corner of your screen. That is a real-time warning. It's your phone yelling, hey, the mic or camera is on right now. Second is the privacy dashboard. Think of this thing like a security logbook. It's right there in your settings, and it shows you a perfect timeline of which apps accessed which sensors and when they did it. This is square one for any investigation.
Now, when we start talking about third-party apps, you have a fundamental choice to make in your strategy. Do you want to detect the threat, or do you want to block it? Detection is all about visibility. It's like having a security camera system for your phone, giving you alerts and logs so you know what's going on. Blocking, on the other hand, is about control. That's like putting a deadbolt on the door. It's a hard kill switch to shut down access completely.
And here's how that choice plays out with a few apps you can get. For detection, an app like Access Dots gives you that simple constant visual alert. For blocking, if you want that aggressive, deadbolt approach, something like Microphone Blocker gives you a kill switch.
And then you have auditors, like Exodus Privacy. This one is super useful. It scans your other apps and tells you exactly what permissions they're using and if there are any hidden trackers buried inside.
Now, for those of you who are a little more technical, if you're comfortable with the command line, you can go even deeper. Tools like NetGuard basically set up a firewall right on your phone, letting you see and block internet connections for every single app. The Android Debug Bridge, or ADB, lets you hook your phone up to a computer and do some really deep-level inspection. And, if you really want definitive proof, you can even decompile an app's code yourself and look for the malicious bits. Okay, so we've gone over the threat, we've gone over the tools, from the very basic to the super advanced. Now let's put it all together. Let's build a simple, powerful blueprint you can use to create your own digital fortress.
Here it is, your 3-step plan. It's super simple. Step 1, master the tools you already have. Make it a habit just once a week to check your privacy dashboard. Step 2, add a shield. Pick your philosophy. Install a detection app for awareness or a blocking app for total control. And step 3, audit regularly. Go through your app permissions and just be ruthless. Does that game really need your microphone? No? Deny it. It's really as simple as that.
So we end right back where we started, with a question. Your phone sees and hears more of your life than literally anyone. It's documenting your reality, one moment at a time. The real question is, are you in control of its senses? After watching this, you've got the knowledge, you've got the tools. You can take that control back. The choice, as always, is yours.